everyone and welcome to AVIASSEMBLY, which is a new demo that's out in the Steam Next Fest and seems really interesting. Pretty much seems like the plane building part of KSP but more fleshed out, or another way it's been pitched is the flyout game but with actual missions and a campaign. So I really was curious about this, so let's jump in and see what it's all about. So right now, just starting out, so I've got some very basic parts here. Let's make something simple to begin with and chuck down a biplane cockpit. Now I do have funds in the top, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on my budget there. Drop other pieces into place just by dragging and dropping. Very nice and straightforward. Can also reshape them in a very easy to do way, just grabbing hold of these various widgets. Changing the shape, changing the length, all very dynamic and easy to put together. Whack on a couple of biplane wings. Nicely, we do have centre of gravity display, so I can try and line that up. And very nicely, just click the drag button to see what the drag looks like. That is very nice, very intuitive. Okay, the only engine I have now is a wood engine, so I will whack that on the front. Very nicely, you can put them on the wings and they nicely become little nacelles, or you whack them on the front and it blends in nicely. I've got very simple landing gear here, so let's just whack that front of the centre of gravity. Put a little tail wheel on. You can just click and rotate, so very KSP type controls. Now right now I've kind of built a biplane with one wing, which is not going to be ideal. So I'm going to put in a tail wing for one to give myself some actual control. Still got a little bit of budget, so we'll want to put in a second wing, make this an actual biplane. There we go, and that is exactly my entire budget. Not exactly an ideal aircraft, but hopefully it will get off the ground. I do know that I'm missing Yaw Control. I don't have enough cash for Yaw Control, so I'm going to try and make do without. Okay, so to go forward I press space. There we go, engine turning. And we have lift. There we go, not bad. We are in the air. Oh, I have to hold space to keep going. That's good to know. Roll. Kinda. Yeah, so no Yaw Control, it's going to make this all a bit awkward. Okay. I'm going to try and land at this airfield, because I'm already halfway out of my fuel. I don't know how well this thing is going to land, but I might actually go for this airfield just because I am more lined up with it. This landing is not going to go well. I'm just warning you now, this is going to go horribly. This plane controls okay, given that it's missing some very key components. But I am definitely missing Yaw Control. Uh-oh. Bonk. Well, we did some things. Well, there we go. With some editing, I have given myself Yaw Control at the expense of having an incredibly stubby plane. But let's see how this goes. It's giving me Yaw Control options now, which is very much appreciated. It seems like a nice place to land. It's got an ambulance right there. I think I'm going to need one of those. Oh, big bounce. Okay, so I've got a quest here. So I can get some cash if I go and take some medical supplies. Right, I just need to repair my plane because I lost my front landing gear. Okay, so I've picked up one set of medical supplies. I am going to try and deliver these. I need to do them one at a time. Oh, I need to cut 2 bits of medicine at once. Okay. So I need to edit the plane because my plane only has enough room for 1. Or 1.4 cargo. Okay, that gives it exactly 2 cargo. Okay, gonna see if I can get off the ground with the monoplane design just because I need the money. I can't I can't get the cargo requirements and a tail wheel and yaw control with a second wing. So let's hope this is enough. Oh, it's got off the ground. Whoops. Plane, please, please. Bad plane. That's fine, nearly there. Got to the airport, just a little bit broken. Right, but now I can load 2 bits of cargo, refuel. Nice. Okay, then I am ready to go on my first proper mission, delivering medical supplies after a storm. There we go. Just need to be a bit careful. These planes, you can brake mid-air by turning the propeller the other way around. It really slows down really fast when you do, so I just need to be a little bit more cautious with that. Right, and brake. Hey, even did a landing. There we go. Okay, so that's the delivery to one town. I got 50 coins. Okay, got another quest to bring them apples. But I've still got this mission to deliver medical supplies, so I'm going to go back to the hospital and do the second lot of deliveries. And yeah, I am using keyboard controls on this, which is a little bit awkward. I am not used to flying planes with keyboard, but it works reasonably enough. That way. Oh, there go my ground gears. Never mind. Landed. Reset and repair. It's fine, the plane mostly works, just its front landing gear come off during most landings, but that's not too much of a problem. Alright, here we go. Fumbling with the controls, and slow down, slow down, slow down. There we go, perfect landing of a sort. Cool. And that village wants more wood, so this is plenty of little missions that I've got here, but let's just finish this mission by returning to the hospital. Whee! Doing hard banking is fun. Oh, bit of a bounce, bit of a bounce. And we're down safely. Nice. Okay, and the hospital now wants 12 apples and 15 woods, so we've got plenty to keep us busy. First off, though, let's go back to the base and spend some of our newly earned thingamajiggers. So we've got research here, so I got some scrap from that last mission, and that gives me some various unlocks that I can do. Not a massive tech tree just yet, but as I said, this is a demo, this is very, very early on. But with 3 scrap, let's pick up a bigger engine. And got 1 scrap left, let's pick up a nicer cockpit. Alright, so got 900 total budget to work with now, so let's see what we can put together with our slightly improved aircraft. Okay, so I am concerned about the lift on this new plane and the fact that it looks as wonky as all hell. But this does have a lot more cargo capacity. We've got a new engine, which will hopefully help. I didn't have enough money to use the new fancy cockpit and get all of the other critical components, so we're going to have to do some missions this should be pretty good at doing some of those 5 resource missions that the other 2 bases asked for. They were 4 resource missions, so I overkilled that, but fine. So let's deliver food to begin with. 4 apples from the farm. We've got a fair flight over there. Probably going to have to make a stop along the way, but let's see how our brand new plane handles. Well, the important thing is it gets off the ground. There's not a lot of fuel in it. I'm going to see if I can coast it to where I'm trying to get to. Need to burn a little bit more fuel to get there. Oh, it's looking okay. Assuming this map marker is an actual map marker. I think that's an arbitrary marker I accidentally set myself. Oops. Alright, we're going to land here then. We are going to try and land here then. And brake, brake, brake. Out of fuel. That's fine. Refuel, we're all good. Right. We have to go quite a long way, a lot further than I thought we had to. So, well, let's try this. Trees, 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 trees. Okay, we're in the air, everything's fine. Okay, there is an airfield at the power station over there, so that's good to know. I see the farm, I don't see a runway on the farm. I'm guessing that dirt strip is the runway, so we'll go for that. Ooh. Bit of a bounce, turny, bonk. Okay, the farmer needs 3 medicine. That's fine. Okay, I'll take all of their apples, because then I can deliver 4 apples to... Wait, what? Did the apples go off? Oh, shit. Okay. Apples expire, apparently. Right, so I don't think I'm going to get these to the farm, but hopefully I can get them to the other place. Right, and land. Yay! Just in time for the apple delivery. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick up the medicine from the hospital, take it to the farmer. Once I've taken that to the farmer, I can then grab the wood and take it to the village. Sounds good to me. Alright, so that's me got the medicine. Unfortunately, I want to turn around and ground handling, and this is about as bad as it looks, so... But I do want to point the correct way to save fuel, because I can refuel just before I take off, and fuel is definitely a limiting quantity in this thing. There we go, we're off. Let's go and do a short hop over here to refuel. There we go. And that should be enough for me to get to the farm. And... oh, bit of a rough landing at the farm, but got the medicine down. Okay, so just got a mission to bring wood, but we don't have enough cargo capacity to bring all 7 wood, so what we are going to do instead is grab the 4 wood for the other place. And once I've done that, I should have a fair amount of money to be able to improve this thing, even though I can't research new things with any of these missions I've been doing. I will be able to put more parts on. That's fine, I've got okay-ish things unlocked. I just need some more things on my plane to make all of this work. Oh, hard bounce, but that'll do. Okay, these guys want 4 apples. There we go. Nice landing. Lots of cash. Alright, so that's plenty of money, so let's go back to the drawing board and spend some of this. So using my newfound money, this is the monstrosity I've designed. I can't afford 2 of the new engines, so I've got 2 of the old engines instead. I can't put an engine on the front of this one. I don't know if this is going to fly. We are about to find out. And incidentally, I have checked, and yes, it is all keyboard controls. You can't assign axes to these, unfortunately, so you're going to have to put up with my very, very bad flying for a while. Alright, so we're going to try doing a little flight where I take medicine over here, then I can grab wood, take it to the farm, grab food, take it to the woodworking place, then meander our way back. Should give us a nice amount of cash. If, of course, this bloody thing flies. Well, it does fly. It flies pretty well. It is very, very fuel hungry. Okay, so that's step 1. Let's see if we can actually reach the place we're supposed to be delivering these supplies to. There is something there. I do not know what that is. I think that's scrap we can get, which would be really useful. I may need to investigate that. Because for pretty obvious reasons, I need fuel tanks. Right, I'm going to see if I can pick up that scrap. Now that I know where it is. Assuming it stays in the same place. And assuming I can work out how to pick it up. Yay! Scrap added, there we go. I only got 1 piece of scrap, but that is all we need to stick on a small fuel tank. Can only afford 1 of these, so it's going on the roof, but that does buy us a little bit extra fuel. I'll manage to somehow break the rear landing gear after landing. Otherwise, let's load up on the medicine and let's see if we can get to the next place. Well, our engine's just cut out. Hopefully we've got enough altitude to get to where we need to go. Oh, it's going to be close. I should definitely have gone for an airfield in between. Right, that's fine. We can do a little bit of hopping. We can deliver the medicine over to this place first. That is going to be a lot easier to do. There we go. Got some coins there. While I'm over here, I'm just going to land at this very broken power wind farm and see if they need anything, just since I am in the area. Okay, here I just need to get some wood. Right, so got to the wood place. I am going to grab wood, deliver it to the farm, grab apples, deliver it back to the wood place. Oh, and it's going to be another dead stick landing if I even make it that far. It does not look like I'm going to make it that far. Nope. Got a little bit more scrap. Unfortunately, I don't think I've got enough fuel for this crossing. I might just have enough fuel. Oh, it's going to be close. No, dropping like a stone. Not quite. Okay, so back to the drawing board. I have put together this has the same cargo capacity, a lot more fuel. I don't know if it will get off the ground, but it does have the more advanced engines, so we'll have to see. The answer is maybe. Kind of. Sort of airborne-ish. If you squint a little. Alright, so made it to the hospital. Gonna try delivering those 8 medical supplies. And other than the fact it doesn't want to get off the ground, it's okay as a plane. It's definitely the opposite of my last attempt. This one has more fuel than it needs, but doesn't really want to fly. If I get a little bit more money, I might be able to swap out some parts, make it a little bit better. See if we can do this delivery. There we go, got a nice lump of cash there. I have to go to the glass factory in the desert for these guys next. For now though, I'm going to push on north and try and do that wood contract. Yeah, so I've really overkilled it on fuel. I think the problem was in my last one, because I've got 2 engines, it was using fuel at twice the rate, and that was just too much. Nope, it did not want to take off there, so let's try again. Oh, trees. Nope. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, this one's not working. Well, the problem's clearly an issue with lift, so I've put on bigger lifting surfaces. We now have a biplane once again, so let's see how this does. There we go, this thing actually has some lift to it. Don't have quite the fuel to make it from the home base all the way to the woodworking centre in one trip, but I can stop off here to take on some extra fuel and it should be good. There we go. Got all the way here. And let's see how this goes. Taking off the other way, which is a little bit easier. Definitely heavier with the extra cargo, but I've made it off the ground, so that's a start. Very hard to try and do coordinated turns with keyboard controls, but doing my best. Pointed in the right direction now at least, and we're in the air. Unfortunately, we wasted half our fuel making that turn. Should still just about make it here. And slow down for a stop. There we go. Big bunch of money there. Oh, they need 9 more wood, so I can't do that in my current plane, but that is fine. What I'm gonna do is try and deliver apples. It's going to be tight on the expiration timer. Especially if I crash into a tree. Okay, this approach is definitely working out better. Oh, except for the tree. There we go. Brake. There we go. Delivered apples. Okay, they now want some medicine. I'm going to deliver wood to the turbines. I Okay, so I managed to deliver that technically. I crashed the plane, but I delivered the wood, so I'll take that as a win. So 8 wood for the second turbine. Very nicely, that gave us just enough of the resources to be able to unlock a proper wing. Okay, so here is my final design for today. This lovely stubby little thing can pack in 9 cargo, so a little bit more than the last one. Has more fuel than before. I've gone with the twin wooden engines just because I can't afford the twin advanced ones, and I can't really work out a decent way to get these to be centrally mounted, so I've gone for 2 of them. Yeah, weird looking thing. Very cute, very stubby little plane, but let's go for it and see how this horrible monstrosity does. Oh, flies nicely. Pretty fuel hungry, but it's not actually too bad compared to some of the things I've flown. Somehow survived that landing. Might be able to make it in one jump, but just for safety I'm going to stop off here to refuel. Luckily those destroyed turbines are not collidable. My wheels, however, do break easily. Oh, found another bit of scrap. May as well grab that. There we go. Nice little medicine delivery. Bit of a bumpy landing. Ton of money for that one. So yeah, this very weird looking plane does seem to be working pretty well. Definitely has a lot of areas that I need to improve. Oop, more scrap. See if I can grab that. There we go. Scrap caused me to crash, but crashing isn't an issue in this, which is quite nice. I think otherwise I would have been in quite a lot of trouble by now. Oops. I forgot to take on cargo. And there we go. Landed, ripped off the landing gear, but we delivered the wood. 12 wood for the last turbine, so that is too much for this little plane to handle, but that is a nice big chunk of money, so can definitely do some nice upgrades with this plane. I think there you pretty much get the point of AVIASSEMBLY. It is really, really addictive. I was only meaning to sit down for about an hour. It's been 2 hours that I've just been doing this. Really, really very, very moreish. Just really touched the surface. I know I said there wasn't a lot in the tech tree right now because this is just a demo, but there is a lot of not unlocked yet. We've got the jet wings, the bigger tail wheels, you can get jet engines, turboprops, some nice big cockpits, and some actual retractable landing gears, as well as some nice decent fuel tanks. So all of that is available for the demo, and even with it limited to those parts, I have seen some really interesting designs that people have already been coming up with. It's a really nice to use editor, very, very much like pretty much a streamlined KSP. I'm finding it a bit easier to use than KSP, and honestly I've had more fun in this little session than I did in KSP2, and that's really saying something for an absolutely free game. So yeah, very excited to keep an eye on this one and follow it as it goes. This is going straight on my wish list. If you'd like to see more of the demo, do just let me know down below. I'd be more than happy to dig in a little bit more. I've got some bigger missions here. I've got other entire biomes that I've not visited yet, all the way over here, so definitely need some upgrades to be able to get those. And we've got these really big tasks here, 12 apples and 15 woods for the hospital. Would be an interesting challenge to try and do. So yeah, plenty more to do, and when this releases I will definitely be picking this one up and digging into this a lot more. So I hope you enjoyed and hope to catch you in a future video. But until then, remember to be kind to yourselves and everyone else. Cheers.